Pee-wee, today is the last day Peter Criss will be inside of that notebook.
I said you'll have fun, and I won't disappoint you.
Fellow Kiss fans, welcome to It's All For You Demon, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. And if you caught last week's episode, you caught my blaring error about next week's episode, which is next Friday, May 16th. Maybe a tad late, but it'll be there. So, if you didn't see last week's episode, you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you did, now you know. Next week's episode may be a smidge late, but tonight, it's Wax Night here, and business as usual. So, let's start off with a little Hotface. My Hotface this week is Army Kits, and I've been venturing down the Demons of Rock Want You Army Kit book, and for some reason I am tantalized by the solo Army Kit / Dynasty Army Kit in this era, which, you know, we talked about last week. We talked about the solo merch and all of the fun there, and I'm really getting my Army Kit itch back, which made me realize I have neglected the Love Gun kit for quite some time, and it's fairly started. Got some cool stuff in here. I have the tent card, I have the Meet the Members pamphlet, and the Love Gun discography. Got all the 8x10s and got the band photo in there. Brought me to this. And if you are schooled in Army Kits or you have any eBay advice for me, I would appreciate it. The wallet cards that I have are missing Gene, so I would like a full set of wallet cards. And there are some on eBay that are fairly inexpensive, but how do you trust it? You could easily print this out on high glossy paper, and so that's kind of my question to the community tonight. How do you trust this stuff? Because I would like to replace my Love Gun wallet photos for my Army Kit. Army Kits are pretty much what we're going to talk about tonight, so that's a nice segue. But first, what are your Hotface? Leave those below, and let's wax as we do on Wax Night. And I know it sounds weird, Wax Night House, but it's just something my friends and I started. We would gather in my basement to watch horror movies, talk about rock music, talk about Kiss, and we just called it Wax Night because you're waxing nostalgia. So that's where all that came from. It has nothing to do with vinyl. It's all about nostalgia. Imagine how cool it would have been to be an 8-year-old kid and get this in the mail. But all I need from this kit are the Recruit 3 Friends little slip and the logo patch, which FL Dog says are faked, and trust no one, although he did trust one person, so I'm gonna have to rely on him. When I do find one, he's gonna have to guide me like Obi-Wan guiding Luke into the patch world.
You've taken your first step into a larger world.
But our topic tonight brings us to my Army Kit because of the Peter Criss. Well, I do need the 45. I'm sorry, I do need a 45 in here. And I was going to get a Peter Criss 45 because tonight's topic, the Peter Criss poster inside of this Army Kit. Years ago, I purchased a Boutwell solo Peter Criss poster off of eBay for very cheap because it was folded and not in, it's in good condition, fair condition, but it was folded, and so it was super cheap. And for years I had it framed. Just always thought, some kid folded this up, stuck it in his record, and now it's on my wall. Got into Army Kits and I realized that those folds are exactly so a poster can go inside of an Army Kit. Just like this. Boom. And I learned further that the solo album posters actually came in the Dynasty Army kit, which is the almost exact same kit as the solo album kit. So I was sticking this Peter Criss poster in my solo kit just to be a completist and kind of cheat a little bit. But so took this off the wall, out of a frame, put it in the Army kit. It's going back in the frame because we are going down another rabbit hole. And the rabbit hole we are going down is very much like the rabbit hole we talked about last week, because it's the solo album merch form rabbit hole, and it is the Boutwell solo album posters. Now, before I bought the Peter Criss poster, never thought I would find these. Even after buying the Peter Criss poster, I never thought I would find another one, because they are Slayer Forever prices. And I mean nothing bad against the eBay seller Slayer Forever. Your name is just kind of entered pop culture here in the Wax Night house, and with my friends, you have amazingly cool stuff. It is priced high, and so we refer to anything that's expensive as Slayer Forever. Nothing against you, you have amazing stuff. Great eBay store. I actually follow you because one day, if I have said money, I will purchase things from your store, but you're just part of pop culture here in the Waxside house. But if you know me, I'm a cheapskate and I like to avoid Slayer Forever prices, and I like to find deals, and I don't care about mint. Non-mint means more fun here in the Waxside house, and I was able to come across, I have to be super ginger with this. This is the second poster I've gotten that's been crushed. See how it's like, got these giant folds in a tube, got crushed. Came across a Boutwell solo poster. I'm gonna frame these today, and I'll put up some Instagram photos framed so we can enjoy the finished product. But, and I do have to be ginger with this, it's not gonna go all the way down. Got the Paul Stanley Boutwell solo poster. Look at those wrinkles. My goodness. But it was a very good deal. Frame's gonna flatten that stuff out, hopefully, and we're gonna frame that up. And we are down a brand new rabbit hole. Rabbit holes come out of nowhere. You would have asked me last year, 2 years ago, are you ever going to buy another Boutwell solo poster? Absolutely not. Slayer Forever prices. You find a deal, you're down a rabbit hole, probably going to have to pay Slayer Forever prices for the other two. I was watching an Ace from Australia, but the shipping, the price for the poster is great. The shipping from Australia is Slayer Forever. So, don't know if I'm going to venture down that path. It's probably ended by now anyway, so missed that one. But this is a new rabbit hole for me. Army kit, merch form, posters, and I'm still going to consider the Peter poster as my solo album kit poster. It's just going to be on a wall. God willing, we get a basement again. But that's this week's fun. Solo album, Boutwell posters. 2 more to go. Gene, Ace, John Rambo.
I'm coming to get you.
Before we vamoose tonight, let's rock and roll all night and journal every day for Friday, May 9th. Looked at a calendar this time, unlike last week. May 9th. What is your favorite foreign pressing title of a Kiss album? Do you have any foreign pressings in your collection? List them below. What foreign pressings are on your want list? List those below as well. I don't have very many foreign pressings, but I do have some. Dress to Kill, Vestidos para Marta, courtesy of my buddy FL Dog. Thank you. Revolver de Amor, Love Gun from Argentina. Alive 2 from Taiwan. This is an unofficial record, but foreign pressing nonetheless. If you can see, the back color photos are like in blue. We'll just take a look at this. It's kind of neat.
I can't stand Velcro, that tearing sound.
Love that sound. How fun is that? That is pretty freaking cool. Dynastia from Argentina, the bread and butter of the Waxnight house. Desenmascarado from Argentina, Unmasked. The cartoon is all in Spanish. You have got to love that. And lastly, Creatures of the Night from Argentina, Criaturas de la Noche. My two favorite would be Revolver de Amor and Criaturas de la Noche from Argentina. Those are my two favorite. These are the two that shoved me down the foreign pressing rabbit hole. Bought them both from Argentina. Took months to arrive, and when they finally arrived, I was like a drug fiend. I was hooked on this. I was like, more records from Argentina, please. And I would say the one on my want list would be, there is a version of Desenmascarado where FL Dog has it, where the cartoon font, this is like written in cartoon font like you would see in a comic book. There was one where it's like typed out, like very small type print, and same record cover, same foreign language, but I love that. And so that is on my want list. One day. There's also a Mexico Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits that is a brown vinyl. That would be fun too. But I really go for the foreign pressings with titles in a foreign language, because I say this all the time, when I was 19 years old, that never even entered my mind. Never even thought there would be a love gun out in the world called Revolver de Amor. That's freaking cool. That's the fun of collecting and the fun of being a Kiss fan. And the fun of Friday nights is taking naps. Pee-wee says, "Good night, folks. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight and waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia with us here in the Waxnight house. Be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. Take care, be safe. We will talk to you soon."